Okay, so now I'll go over the About tab. So within the About tab, we have 4 pages. We have the Presidential Welcome, which is the first one, the Mission Statement, Fraternal History, and Honors of Recognition. So really the only one that you need to update on a yearly basis is the Presidential Welcome, depending on who the next president is. You just have to make sure that you get Nick to take a picture, or whoever to take a picture of the president, preferably like in some kind of uh, background like this, and just make sure that it's like it's pretty far out so that you can like use these dimensions, because it's a little inconvenient, but the dimensions are pretty like wide. So we have to make sure it's like far back enough where you can still see like a decent amount of like the person's body in the banner. So, besides that, just contact the president before, like, after he's elected, like, before the actual year begins that they take on the position, and just have them, like, look through this letter and see if they want to write their own or make any changes. Like, whatever they want to do is totally okay. And just make sure that you change their name down here, which is pretty straightforward if you look in the code. All you have to do is go to the About section and go to the Welcome page. That's what it's called, welcome.html, down to the body, and all this is just the letter. All you have to do is change their name. If they want to keep the same letter, that's totally fine. So that's that. The mission statement stays the same. It's just like the history, the mission statement. This is just the DSP email. I actually don't know if the Stern email is the one that we use, but I mean, I'm pretty sure no one actually uses that. So, I don't know if you want to change it to Gmail. It's always been like this, so I never actually changed it. Um, so you really don't have to change anything for mission statement. Same goes for fraternal history. That just talks about like, the founders and everything. I never changed this. And finally, honors of recognition. This we kind of update from time to time. I just update it when someone gives me the information. Like, I think Rob had sent me like these random awards that we had won at like the last lead. But we're pretty bad about like going to these things slash updating this. So we should probably try to update it like more often so that we like have every event that occurs. Um, but I mean, just update it as the information comes. So I don't know if we had gotten a any awards at this lead. We should probably try to make it a habit to like ask um, whoever goes to these leads to update us on any awards that we win. And so if we do, just like you just have to add a section. So as you can see, like this is one section, this is another section. This isn't a table or anything. It's just like lines of words with line breaks in them. So I mean, if you want to go into the code in the About section, you can see under awards, going down. So the first section we have is lead fall 2012. H3 is the header type. Um, and then we have the line, the purple line again, which is also under the internships and jobs page, the same line, HR. Um, so we have the heading, we have this purple line here, and then we have a subheading that defines like regional. And if you go down, see like here we have national, provincial, regional. So I guess here we only had regional awards. So going back, we have a P, which is like it defines like a paragraph. So this is where the P begins. This is where it ends. Um, and then H4 is the heading for regional, which is slightly smaller than H3. And then I just listed out the different awards that we got separated by line breaks, and just closed out the paragraph and made sure there was another line break in between like the different sections. So that's pretty self-explanatory if you kind of like match it with what appears on the page. Um, it's pretty easy to follow. So that's all for the About DSP section. There's only really you have to update the presidential welcome every year, depending on which president is elected, and then maybe the honors and recognition if we get any awards that you want to update the page for.